here's our ring board. Grab a ring board by using my affiliate link, okay, uniqueinthecreek.com. So we're going to use this today. We're also going to use this really pretty brown yarn. I got this at Hobby Lobby, so check that out. It's like a different colored brown. This is going to be our skin. You're also going to need some foam board because you're going to make some horns. Here are our horns. Ta-da! And I showed you the back of this one, and I didn't cover it purposefully, okay? So here are our horns. We're going to attach these to the board. Here is our mouth. Da-da-da. And as you can see, I have just used foam board, stuck a chenille skin through it, covered it with felt, used a little bit of quilt batting to make it fluffy. Okay, there's our nose and our mouth. Here's going to be our hair. All right, our hair. Da-da-da, faux fur. Okay, and then you're going to need some felt. You're going to need black felt. You're going to need ivory felt. You're going to need some of this brown felt. This is going to be an ear when we get there. Okay, this is kind of like a brown fuzzy felt. All right, and then of course you're going to need different florals. I have a ficus branch. I have some onion grass. I have some blue. I figured we'd kind of make them red, white, and blue since 4th of July is coming up. So I have some blue daisies. I have some red daisies. I have some white roses here that might be pretty. I have some white tiger lilies, and I'll show you all those as we go on. So first thing we're going to do, so that I don't forget, and so that I can always reference the top, because this is going to matter. We do want to make sure, most of the time, your Unique in the Creek designs, because the board is so versatile, you don't need to remember where your top is. But for this particular design, I want to remember where my top is. So we're going to put hanging holes here, the very first thing. Okay, so grab a little bit of jute, or if you like, you know, you can put a zip tie in here. That's no problem. I just prefer to use jute. So I'm just going to put a hanging hole on here first thing. And notice I have no zip ties. Okay, there are no zip ties in this board because we're not going to use zip ties until we get up to the crown. I'm going to make it a little large because I don't know how large my florals are going to be. Now we're going to grab our yarn. Maybe I can find and we are going to start at the bottom. Okay, so here are our bottom 3 holes. As you can tell, I told you we were going to need to know where our top is. So here's our top. Here are the very bottom. And what we're going to do is we're going to start by just placing it on the back. We're going to put a little glue here and start at the bottom. Okay, to hold our first piece of yarn. All we're going to do, we're just going to glue it down a little bit, and we're going to wrap this puppy. We're not going to wrap it tight, okay? We're just going to wrap it enough to where it holds, okay? So that's what we're doing, friends. This is going to be the body of our cow, okay? So little tip from me to you, don't unroll your yarn, because if you do, you're going to have a mess. It's going to get all tangled on your board, okay? So leave your yarn in the skein like this. That way you can put it through the hole, okay? And notice I'm not making it tight. I'm just making it to where it's on there. See what I mean by mess? You will have a mess if you don't keep it rolled up. And it's coming apart on me. So this is the start. Here we are. Here's the skin of our Highland Cow. All right. Next thing we're going to do is we are going to take our piece of fur and we are going to create our hair. All right. Now notice how this piece of fur goes this way, right? No big deal. It's not going to go across the board this way. No big deal. No big deal whatsoever. We're just going to turn it this way and comb our hair down, right? Because we can manipulate the hair. We're going to comb our hair down this way so that it matches the board, all right? And all we want to do is get it to right here. Okay, so up under, we're going to cut this. Okay, so it's only going to look like this. All right, because we want to leave these 4 or these 5 sets completely clear, because this is where our crown is going to go for our Highland Cow. All right, so let's go ahead and cut our piece of fur to give it its mane, or its, I don't know what you really call it, its froth, or yep. Well, I'm gonna have to complain. Oh, you were talking about my router being under warranty. Oh yeah, I got it free from the fiber place. They'll give me another one. And not only that, but I work for a fiber company. So I ain't worried about that. I can fix that in a heartbeat. Which is why another reason why all this frustrated me so much, because I know what I'm doing, and it made me so mad I couldn't stand it, that I couldn't figure out what the problem was. Anyway, moving along. So we are going to cut this, and I can't decide whether I want to cut it in a square or what. And I don't have a prototype for this, because here, our ears are going to go here, or our horns, I mean. Horns are going to go here. Ears are going to go here, right? Let's go this up, okay? And then our flowers are going to go up here. So there's our plan. So we're going to cut this in kind of a V shape, all right? So let's do that and move along. Get this done here. So let's turn it over, and I'm working backwards. All right, so to cut this fur, so I wanted to show you guys that you do not cut this by taking your scissors and just chomping down the line. Do not do that. You cut this fur from the back, okay? So you want to take your X-Acto knife, your fantastic X-Acto knife, and you want to cut it from the back, all right? So let's make a large V. Let's cut it from the folded line. This is where it was folded in the package. It comes like this, right? It comes like this. So we're just going to use the actual folded line. And if we don't need that much, we can cut some more off. And we're going to cut it in an X. All right, so just take your X-Acto knife and just cut the back the best that you can. And as you can see, it'll come apart, and you still have plenty of hair. All right. Try not to cut the hair, just cut the back here. If this camera zoomed, I would zoom in and show you what I mean, but it doesn't. So, there we go. Okay. See, now we have one square. All right, I'm going to take this part, and so that I get it even on both sides, I'm going to lay it right here, and I'm going to mark it. Where's my pen? Here we are. Because wouldn't it be terrible if we had this Highland Cow and it was totally yellow? Oh, don't get pink on the stuff here, guys. Alright, good enough. We'll have to dye that. So let's get this to the side. You never know when you're going to use it, so don't throw it away. And then we're going to cut the back of this one again on this side. Hold it a little bit. Use our X-Acto knife, and we're just cutting the backing. Not the actual hair. And there. We'll comb it down as we go, down to the way we want it. There is our Highland Cow mane, or what do you call that part on top of the... Okay, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to take it and I'm going to glue down our spots right here. Okay, I'm just going to glue it to the board. Nothing fancy, nothing special. I'm just going to try and get it in the same place on each side and try to get it in the middle. Okay, I know my little piece right here. I know it's in the middle, so we're good. Don't worry about where the hair is going right now. You know, make sure you leave at least one hole Okay, see how I've left one hole here, one hole here. So here we go. Here's what it looks like from your view. Okay, so I'm on row, let's see. I want these 5 to specifically be our crown. So make sure that we don't have anything up here. Okay, and this piece right here we don't need to worry about. Our leaves, our fancy stuff, we'll cover it. We're going to leave the nose alone for right now. Let's go ahead and put our horns in. And you can put the horns wherever you'd like. I had a plan to go right here. Okay. And the ears are going to cover this. And all I've done for these, which is why I said you needed foam board and polyfill, is I have just cut the shape of a horn from here to here. Now I'm going to do the same over here on this side because we still have this hole open here. Okay, from here to here. Okay, and again, all I've done is I've taken some foam board. I've cut out what I thought was a pair of horns. Okay, the shape of a horn, and then I put some quilting batting on it and covered it with felt. Okay, I put my Chenille stem in first before I put the batting on. All right, so glue there, put the batting in. Okay, first. Put the Chenille stem in first, and then lay the batting on top, and then the felt. Okay. We got so far. These ears are just squares that I have, I'm going to show you here, that I have just put a rubber band around, I've scrunched together, and then I've cut it. This is what the ear is going to be, and then we're going to put a little bit of hair around it as well to hide the rubber band, okay? So as you can see, this ear has not been done. I'm going to undo the rubber band so I can show you how I did it. All right. Again, it's just a square, 2 pieces of felt. All right. And then I have taken the square. All right. Grab the rubber band so we get ready for it. Yeah. So, I have a square here, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to scrunch up. I'm going to start in the middle, and then I'm going to scrunch up to the top. So, see how it gives me this felt? It gives me these little, like, ruffles in here or indentations in there, and I have a straight edge at the top. Okay, so I'm just going to take my rubber band. And I'm going to do it like that, make it kind of look like a fan. See? Let's make sure it's the same size. Yes, it will be when we get done. Okay? It is. Good. All right, and all I'm going to do now, let's see, this one has to go this way, so this has to be our top edge. See how this kind of has a curve at the end of this poop right here? I'm going to follow that and just kind of cut it around, matching this one. All right, so you can, if you want to, lay this one on top, and just cut around like this. Or you can just follow that curve as well. And there is your cow ear, right? And then we're going to glue the 2 pieces together. Because Highland Cow's ears are straight, right straight under their horns. So here we go. Here's what they should look like. Okay. And also, we can tuck it. I'm glad we kind of left it long because we can also tuck this right. So I'm going to take my glue gun and I'm just going to glue it on there. I'm just going to put a bunch of glue it down. I'm not gluing to the hair just yet. We don't know that that's going to work, so I'm not glued to the hair. I'm just glued to the yarn on the bottom. Now I'm pretty confident that this is where I want my horns, so I'm going to stick a little bit of glue under my horns too, just to make it go down a little bit. All right. Now, let's turn this baby over, or turn the other side. Do the same thing on this side. Here's what we have so far. Okay, now let's put our nose in. And then we'll get started on our florals. So we want to put the nose like this, right straight in the middle. Again, I've done the same thing. I've cut out like a circle with the bottom here. And then I have put batting, 2 pieces of batting, Quilter's batting, or you can use Polyfil. And then I have covered it with this felt, this like fluffy brown felt, same as the ears. I have put 2 little nose holes, which are just like teardrop shapes, and put my Chenille stem on it. So here we go. Let's find our 2 center holes here. Turn it over. Let's make sure it's centered. Now, let's put a little bit of glue right here. You're just going to put a little dab right there. Hold it down. Now here's what we got so far. Okay, y'all ready to do this crown? Here's our cow so far. Okay, now as you all know, they all have crowns. So I have a bit of this onion grass that we can use. And so I'm going to take my onion grass and I'm going to cut it in half. All right, see how I put it in half here? Here's one stem, here's another stem. I'm going to lay it on top of each other. Okay, that's going to be my first little piece on the bottom. I also have a piece of pockets, okay, and it has 3 pieces. So I'm going to cut it right here. Here's one piece, here's another piece, here's the next piece. So I'm going to cut it down to 3 stems so that it's more manageable, okay? So I have a little bit of ficus grass. I also have some of this other just plain old grass that I push up. I have that I got at Hobby Lobby, and it's just all kinds of stunning colors. And it has a little bit of yellow in it, which is why I like it so much. And you can take the, it looks like this normally. See how it's all, and you can take it, why it's called a pusher is because you can push the other flowers up to the top, okay? Now, if you know that, then make a bunch of flowers, all right? I love it because it has that pop of yellow, but I kind of want to make this an American red, white, and blue 4th of July cow. So, this is going to be our red, white, and blue. Here's our white. These are our roses, right? Here's our red, these pretty little tiger lilies, and then here's our blue. I call these pom-poms, but I'm not really sure what they're technically called in nature. So I think this is going to be our red, white, and blue combination. This is our background. And let's just do it like this. We're just going to put one big piece down, and then we're going to turn around and put our other piece. All right, now I'm just putting these in here, left exactly the way that I've laid them there. No rhyme or reason, just stick them in there because they look pretty like that. And that's the same way you'll do your florals. If you decide to do this, just wherever they look pretty, lay them in there. Okay. Just making sure I have it even all the way across. That way the base of our crown doesn't look uneven on one side. And our little horn spot the same. All right. We are going to use every single set. So here's our bottom. All right. Now, let's start with the yellow and the grass. So I'm going to lay the two pieces I just cut on top of this one. Spread it out a little bit. Lay them on top of our ficus here. All the way at the end. Okay, and then I'm going to stick our little red light, or stick our little yellow one in here as well. And I'm just going to close the zip tie. Here we go. Now that's what we're going to do the whole way through. We're just going to weave our grasses and our flowers in and out. So here we go. Another piece of grass, pushing it up. Real easy to make. It's just the attachments take some time, but they're really simple, guys. Promise. Nothing outrageously hard. Okay, there's that piece of grass. Let's do on the bottom. See what that looks like. There we go. And we can also go back in and cover some of the spaces that aren't covered if we need to. We can always go back in and add some more greenery, so we don't need to worry about that. So for every single one, I'm doing the same thing. I'm putting the grass on the bottom. And the onion grass. So both pieces, same thing, same way. And this is upside down to me. I don't know what it looks like. So in the morning when the pictures are taken, I might have some other things stuck in here, like some red. I don't know. Just trying to, y'all get the point. I'm just trying to get it done right now so you guys can go. Get this onion grass cut. We're gonna use a bunch of it. Again, these are pretty awesome. So if you, oh, and I got this onion grass at Amazon. Everything, I'll need to put that in the description. I totally forgot about it. Just stick our greenery. Lay it down. I love this ficus grass too. This ficus grass makes an awesome background for just about anything. Need some of this on the bottom. We're going to use this red. Grab a stick up there. I'm just laying them down in here. I don't have a specific, like I want red to go here, white to go here. I'm just putting them in there the way that I think it'll look good. So now we're going to have to do crisscross. So you're only going to be able to use 2 zip ties here, here. So I'm going to lay a piece this way. Then I'm going to lay a piece this way in the exact same zip tie, right? Okay, let's figure out which flowers we want in here. Right in the middle here. And we'll put some more greenery. Be good to go. I'm just putting some more greenery right here in the middle. And here's what it looks like so far. We're going to glue this little blue right here. Then I'm going to go back probably in just a minute and do some filler things. You know, just put some little flowers here and there. See what they look like. Make sure that we've got all of them done. So anyway, here's a Highland Cow for you. And I just wanted to show you all that, you don't have to have an attachment to make a Highland Cow. You can make your own. And look how versatile these boards are. Aren't they awesome? Go to uniqueinthecreek.com. Don't flash sales all the time, so don't get signed up for our broadcast channel. That's a new thing she's doing. You will get immediate, alerts when we have a sale. And finally, I'll put everything in the description you need to make this Highland Cow. So if you want to make it like Marianne, check that out. Anything else Team Unique related? If you want to check out our replays, will be on YouTube. And all you have to do is search hashtag Team Unique. And mine, Carrie Marie's, Laurie's, Jackie's, Judy's, everybody that is a part of Team Unique, their replays will show up. So there we go. There's our Highland Cow. I'm going to go back in and put some little flowers in the places that I've missed, in the sparse little places. I hope this Highland Cow looks as good as I think my brain makes it look. Here we go. Here's our Highland Cow. What do you guys think? Let's see. Oh, it's definitely going to need, you can't really see the blue, so it's definitely going to need some more flowers here. And I'm going to have to fix, let's see. Oh, that's really pretty much it. I just need to fix the flowers a little bit. I love it when you guys take a design and run with it. I promise you, that's what I do this for. I want you guys to do it as well. Copy me. Take the idea, run with it. Make it your own. Make it beautiful. Don't forget to subscribe to the Unique in the Creek YouTube channel. That's where you'll find all the replays. Hashtag Make It Like Marianne to watch all of my replays. Hashtag Team Unique to watch all of Team Unique's replays. Don't forget to shop at uniqueinthecreek.com using my affiliate link. Anything y'all need, shoot me a message. I'm always willing to answer any questions you guys have. Thank you again for joining me this evening. God bless each and every one of you. We'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.